Hello everybody, my name is Soul, and today I'm going to be bringing you a bit of a preview of my Darkened Dragon Souls playthrough. We're here, this is just the beginning, so I haven't gone any further than this. It's actually a bit of a puzzle. And yes, I know it's pixelated, and yes, I'm going with that style. Yes, I'm going to do it. I like the way it looks, okay? I like the way it looks. It makes my game run smoother, and I just think it's a pretty neat graphical style to do a Dark Souls playthrough in. Makes it look creepy. I don't know what anyone else has to say about it, but I like it. I do it using high algo boost. I imagine this high algorithm boost. You can turn it off, and it looks like this. You know, it looks normal. Back on. And this is what it looks like without my EMB. I am currently using Bleak ENB and Climax of Tamriel Supreme Volumetric Fog. What else is there? Is there anything else? Can't think of anything else. But that's primarily the look of the way it is. I'm using Force Weather C83 or C821 EF, and that makes it rainy. If you want to go with a little bit more foggy, you're gonna want to do C821. Yeah, I've had to type that in so many times. I've done this. But as you can see, Supreme Volumetric Fog is absolutely ridiculous. If I turn on my lantern here, I'll get a little bit of light around me. But the game still stays all foggy and shit. And this is something that you can do if you want to walk into the swamps and have a look around. I think it looks awesome, personally. I think it looks pretty freaking cool. But for the sake of the playthrough, I'm going to be using this. It's a lot clearer. You can actually see the world. What do I have my time scale set? Time scale to 2 minutes for every 1 minute. So a day in game will take 12 hours, and you want to do it like that if you're playing a mod like this, because specifically you want everything to stay the same throughout the entire playthrough. Or you want it to move in a bit of a real time. That way it'll keep your immersion. And you know, I'm trying to keep it the Dark Souls look, Dark Souls feel. So I want to keep it kind of bright, but also kind of dim. So I am actually at 9 a.m. right now, and I could go and change that to p.m., but it wouldn't really make a difference. In the morning, even in game, just like in real life, I imagine this fog is only a lot brighter because of the time of day. And for my dual wield mod, this sword is actually a two-handed sword. I'm using a mod called sorry, I'm a derp. Unlocked Grip, and you can go into it, you can switch where it goes. So when I unequip it, it doesn't show it's unequipping it, but it'll show up in the sheath, so it looks good. I use page down to fix it. Sometimes it bugs out, sometimes you gotta work with it. I'm also using TK Dodge, which allows me to dodge roll wearable lanterns for the lantern. Soul's quick menu for the quick menu, obviously. I think it's a really cool addition, really pulls all of it together. Lock on, which is a lock on mod. A lot of these other ones are for playing in my own free time when I'm not doing this, if I decide to do so. Less intrusive HUD allows me to get rid of the level up HUD and a lot of other things. I can get rid of the crosshair, show health bars, etc., etc. Immersive HUD is what allowed me to turn off the compass and turn down the opacity of things, which is really good. Another thing that LIH allowed me to do is move my health bar, magical bar, and stamina bar up to the top left of the screen. And for a lot of people who play Dark Souls, that along with the Souls quick menu is what's really gonna draw you into the world and kind of pull together the feeling that you're playing Dark Souls, along with the ability to roll and swap weapons between hands. I've got a bunch of extra armors. I plan to use the exact same armor and weapon throughout the entire playthrough. Because I mean, it's more or less what you would do. Occasionally you'll upgrade armors, but because they deal so much damage, I've gone ahead and given myself a pretty decent armor, which kind of levels out the playing fields, makes it so that I'm more on par and I won't die from a one-hit KO, because that would not be very interesting. Another thing I have here is deadly combat, and I guess I forgot to do this, but I try to even it out, because in Dark Souls, you're not on a different level than the enemy. They're not a higher level than you. They're none of that. What matters is your equipment. What matters is completely the equipment. Theirs is at 350. I'll go to 270, and that'll pump me up. Where they deal damage to me, I'll deal damage to them as well. You can see you've got all these other things: max damage reduction, etc. Reach, which means that your weapon only reaches to the end of the weapon size, no further. 100% of the weapon. Your rash and your weapon are the same. It's more or less the thing, and I can be staggered. Every hit on me will sort of kind of stagger me, same for the enemy, and that is something that I really like about this mod. It keeps... I pulled together as many mods as I can that allow you to feel the same feeling of Dark Souls without overdoing it, without giving you a one-hit kill. Deadly combat allows you to fine-tune the amount of damage that you both deal and take, and that's why it's good. Customizable camera. I have a shoulder camera, left and right. I can switch views by hitting V, which which I've mapped to my mouse to make it easier to switch sides when I have a lock on and I'm trying to block. So that's good. Campfire, combat. Oh, I don't have. You can't see it, but I also have a mod called Sit Anywhere. So whenever I activate the bonfires, I can sit down, take a rest, maybe get up, go do something, and when I come back, my guy will be sitting there. He'll be warmed up. He'll be ready to go to the next fucking battle, because we all know I'm gonna fuck it all up. Combat animations. This is a big one. This is one of the 5 primary world-based mods that'll make you feel like you're playing Dark Souls. Drinking. It takes time to drink your Estus in Dark Souls. I also have Estus in this game. I'll show you that as well. It takes time to drink your Estus. And, you know, you gotta back up, you gotta get out of combat, you gotta prepare, you gotta know what you're doing. And when you drink the Estus, you have to stand there, you gotta stand still, you gotta drink it, you gotta make sure you pick the right moment so that you don't get attacked, you don't get harassed by the enemy trying to kill you, and that's another thing. And I'm so happy that I found a mod that allows me to emulate that in Skyrim, because it's going to contribute to a lot of the strategy and tactical ability that I lack. It's going to make it more difficult. I actually need to turn off this, because this is not a thing in Dark Souls. Equipping animation. What else do I have? Quickly, let me go grab a cape. We gotta get really in there. Purple. Let's put on a purple one. There we go. There we go. Yeah, now we're playing Dark Souls. Who doesn't love a good cape in Dark Souls? I think there was a few last things, but I forgot what they were. Dark Souls bonfires. Now, you don't have to pay attention to the secret right in humanity. Bonfires for this mod are only placed at the 8, or at the 9, is it 8 or 9? 8 or 9, 7 keeps in Skyrim. They're somewhere in the city or near it, and you can only activate them, and when you do, it refills your Estus flasks. Now, I only have a few, I have like 16 Estus flasks. Whenever I rest at a bonfire, I'll give myself more, and I can, I imagine, actually find humanities or secret rights here, and I'll substitute humanities for upgrades if I find one, and then I'll get an upgraded Estus flask, and I'll get one extra. Depending on the amount of enemies, 5 Estus flasks is not enough for Skyrim style, because it definitely plays a lot different. Although in this mod, Darkened, the guy there's less mobs to attack you, which is a good thing. When you're playing Dark Souls, you're not playing Skyrim. It's not like Skyrim at all. Skyrim, you can get mobbed by mobs, and it can number in the 5 to 6 decently powerful mobs who can fuck your day up. And that's not a good thing when you're playing Dark Souls style, because it means that things can get a little too rough, and you'll have to go through your potions quickly. And you guys have already seen what I'm talking about in that voiceless gameplay video I put out. So this is a good thing. I appreciate it. I'm glad it's a thing, and that's good. There was one more thing I was going to mention, but I can't remember what it was. Fuck. You can see my health up there now, and you can see my thing. If I press G, I drink the potion. But enough about that. Oh, rolling. I was going to show you that. Now it's Dark Souls, baby. Let's reset that, and let's move forward. Let's go fight some enemies. You notice you move slower when you're holding your thing. Oh! Finisher, baby. I couldn't tell you why I'm not taking a lot of damage. Hey, buddy. You guys are shooting at me. Ah! Stop staggering me, frick! Oh, yes, the mod I was going to show you is there's a combat mod that allows you to interrupt your attack to block. I like that. I also need to get something that recovers my stamina. Gotcha! You can't stop me. Yeah. I may have to decrease the amount of armor I have. Let's go try that really quick. Let's decrease my armor. Deadly combat. Blocking will never be able to do. Where is it? Huh, can't find it. Oh, here we go. You can turn this up as well. That's cool. Power, attack, stamina, cost multiplier. Nah, man. A lot of these I still haven't looked through, and I need to. Stamina cost for blocking is a lot more than that in Dark Souls. I'm gonna go up to maybe 37. Something like that. You know, you gotta mess around with it. You gotta figure it out. And it's a very in-depth customization with these bunch of mods. You gotta figure it out. You gotta know what you're doing to an extent, but mind you. You don't need to know everything about what you're doing. You just got to understand the base of it. And you got to figure it out. You're going to shoot at me. Man, you're not accurate at all. Ow! You fuck boy. That hurt! Gotcha! That was a good kill move right there. What do you have? I imagine that. Is that... Oh, God! Those arrows in my face. Yeah, bone meal. I got that war axe. I'll keep that bone meal because I know I'm going to need it later. There's a guy up here as well. So I haven't done much, but I have explored a little bit of this first area. Ah! Fuck you, monkey! Yeah, there we go. That's closer to it. That's more like it. Where are you? Oh, there's another skelly over here somewhere. Don't know where. You're not down here, are you? Couldn't be. You know, I am like half expecting shit to jump out at me. What's in this? What's this? Bottle containing a blood-like substance. It seems to gradually restores grammar, health, and stamina. So I'm gonna ignore most of those in favor of my Estus. Oh, I didn't actually show you guys what the Estus drink looks like. So I'm gonna go find another enemy, take some damage, and I'll show you. Let's see what the fall damage is like here. Because of course, you're playing Dark Souls, yo. You want to know just how much damage you can take from a fall before you die. This is important. Also, I like this music. I'm using a music mod that changes the music, all of it. None of this music is the same. Shit. There's nothing there to pull. Sweet, sweet frame rate issues. Dude, this fucking music is spooky. I don't like it. I'm not going in the church. Actually, I think I'm gonna stay inside this first area because the only other area is through there, and I don't want to spoil too much. I don't want to show you guys too much. What the hell? Yeah. We're not gonna head into the church. I think I'm gonna end it. I've explained to you guys my basic setup. I've explained the basis of all of it. Will it actually recharge faster inside combat? I need to increase that multiplier. Let's light this bonfire. There we go. Now we can sit down. Sure does feel nice, knowing that you're ready to conquer an island. But fuck, dude, those arrows dealt a lot of damage. As for their melee attacks, I wasn't taking much damage from them because I was physically blocking most of it. But fucking hell, dude, those arrows. Jesus. And I do take a lot more damage from, I would imagine, normal weapons than I would from... let's do this really quick. Than I would from something like a dog's bite, simply because weapon scaling first-handed matters, and a dog bite is more like a weaponless attack. It's like a fist hit. I would throw my 2 cents in there and imagine. But yeah, thanks for watching this. This is more or less the kind of commentary that I'm preparing for this. I've been watching a lot of Skyrim and things like that, and I've realized that the kind of people who watch Skyrim are not the kind of people who expect a constant excitement or incredibly active commentary or dialogue. They tend to expect a more interesting and witty type of commentary as opposed to a constant hurl out of blubber nuggets and goober gobber. So, and I mean, I prefer commentating like that when I get the chance. And a game like Skyrim will give me the chance to do that because it's a much slower paced game. It's a very thought-based, figure this shit out type of game. Especially this. There's a key. I don't know where it is. Ugh. Anywho, thank you guys for checking this out. And I hope anyone who sees this randomly, who comes across this video, who's been linked to it by anyone that I know or that I don't know, I hope you stick around for the full playthrough of Darken using the setup. I spent at least 3 hours on that logo because I learned a lot of new things when I made it, and it was really cool the way it came out. And I would assume the feeling I have is proud, because I like to stare at it and it's cool. And I hope you guys like it as well. I hope the people who enjoyed Dark Souls can appreciate the effort and the work and the thought put into that logo that I made. And I hope you recognize it as somewhat decent. But that's it. I'm gonna be heading off now. I gotta render this. I gotta upload it, and then I gotta sleep. It's almost 10 a.m. I woke up at like 1 or like 9 in the morning yesterday. So, see ya. And please, please come back for the full playthrough. More of the same type of commentary. More of the same play. And more deaths, because this is just the starter area. There's a fuck ton more of this fucking mod to go. And a lot of exploration and cool things wait in store for us. And I'm gonna have a dude voiceover for fill-ins and an explanation of what I think this mod is all about. So that's cool. Anyway, bye. Have a great day and have a beautiful evening.